Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make Cook Sisters. This is a Fatima cider recipe. And I'm going to just adjust it a little bit. She puts like more sugar, I'm just going to put less sugar, some small things like that. But please stay tuned, so delicious, and enjoy the video. As I mentioned, we are making Cook Sisters, as April calls them, Cook Brothers and Cook Sisters. So these ones have mashed potato. It was the first time for me to make them with the mashed potato, but I watched some show with a guy from England. He was in Cape Town just looking for different recipes, and this lady made them for him with mashed potato, and he said they were fluffy and they were light, so I decided to give it a try. So I looked up the recipe and I found this recipe by Fatima Cider. So let's try it, and you must also try it and let me know what you think. I am not going to tell you which one I prefer between the two, the one without the mashed potato and the one with the mashed potato. You must try it and let me know in the comments below what you think. But they were really both so good. That's one thing I can tell you. Some butter. So the nice thing with this one is that you just put all your ingredients together and start kneading. There's no steps that you must just put this one knead and start another one and knead. You just put everything together and then just knead it. The one thing about this dough is that it's very, very sticky, which is what you want because they are light. They're like a light donut. So you want the dough to be sticky. The dough donut, if you go and look at my recipe for that, you see that they hold together nicely, but the Cook Sister ones do not. So the recipe said I must put 2 tablespoons of aniseed, but I'm not a big fan of so much aniseed, so I just put 1 tablespoon. I also sometimes put the drops, the aniseed drops, the flavoring, and that also works for me. But as I mentioned, I was trying this for the first time, so I wanted to do it exactly the same. I always adjust my sugar because some of the recipe they have so much sugar, especially this one. It said 3 cups of sugar. For me, it's just a bit too much, you know. We've got a little toddler here, and if we have to give her so much sugar, I don't think we would sleep. So I just did 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water for the syrup instead of 3 cups of sugar and 3 cups of water. You just knead this together, and you just stop a few times and gather the ingredients together because the flour tends to just sit on the sides or at the bottom. So just take your spatula, mix everything together until everything is combined. So you can knead it for 5 minutes, and if it's you're using your hands, you can knead for 10 minutes. So it should be sticky like this. So you need a lot of oil to help it to stop sticking. If you're gonna knead with your hands, then you need to have a lot of oil on your hands. So I just put oil at the bottom as you saw there. It's easier for me to lift this up when my hands are full of oil. And then we just cover it with a cling wrap and let it rest for 45 minutes to an hour. It depends. If it's summer and it's hot, then you can do 30 minutes to 45 minutes. If it's cold, then 45 minutes to an hour. So while that's rising, we start making our syrup for the Cook Sisters. Just use 1 cup of water and 1 cup of brown sugar. I use brown sugar because it's not as sweet as the white sugar, according to my opinion anyway. I don't know if that's true, but yeah. And then just use some cinnamon stick. You can put 1 cinnamon stick, but they were quite small, so I just put 3. And then this is the Naartjie peel. So I just opened 1 Naartjie. She said you can also use dried Naartjie peels, but I had the fresh Naartjies, that's why I used it. And this is what it looks like after 20 minutes, and I just pour it in a bowl and let it just start thickening up until I need it for the Cook Sisters. So I don't use it when it's still too runny. I use it when it's a bit thick, because then it gets stuck to the Cook Sister nicely. And I only just dip the one side. I don't dip both sides. I don't like the kind of Cook Sisters that are just dripping in syrup. When you bite it, then the syrup just goes down your mouth, and I don't like that. So I put less, and it's still beautiful. It still tastes good. Things do not have to be overly sweet to be delicious. Now we just let our oil get hot. So how they do the Cook Sisters is just cut them into little rounds or squares, but I like to do a little bit of style, so I twist them, and then they look pretty also when you dish them up. Yeah, April said they were Cook brothers and Cook sisters. She is hilarious. Look at that color. So both sides needs to be this golden brown, and then they are ready. So also you need to make sure that your oil is hot. You don't place it in cold oil, because then the oil just sucks right in the middle, and yeah, it's not so great. So make sure it's very hot. Look at that. Now it's ready to come out. And then we start putting them in the syrup. As I mentioned, just one side. Then you get to enjoy the actual Cook Sister. You're not just, trying to figure out how to eat it because of so much sweetness. And then lastly, we just put our coconut, and it's ready to eat, ready to enjoy. Please try it out and let me know in the comment section what you think of them. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to try it. First of all, try it, and then also hit the like button, and consider subscribing if you are new. Share it with your friends and family, and see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.